What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today we finally have our first Paragon 2 hero, and yes, it is Talene. Now, the reason why we did this is, number one, I've always loved Talene in AFK Arena. When she came here to AFK Journey, I was like, immediate build, whether she's good, bad, whatever. Turns out, especially in this Waves of Intrigue season, she is insanely good and used in a lot of different game modes here. You can see a lot of our heroes still at like Paragon 1 or not even. I still don't know if I'd even consider bringing Tassi there because 6 more copies is a lot. The nice thing is, if you take a look at one of our other heroes to go from, like, you know, Supreme Plus to Paragon 1, it takes 4 copies, and it takes 4 more copies to go up to Paragon 2. Now, once you get to Paragon 2, you need another 15 Paragon 2 heroes to get to Paragon 3. That ain't happening for a very long time. However, this does give her some additional stats here, so that is pretty cool. I love this hero. She's absolutely amazing, and we're going to be using her a few times here today because every time I see her, I want to try to make her fit in some team. And luckily, we have a couple things that are happening right now that are pretty solid. Now, I've been trying to push and get a very good squad going here, a good clear. Surprisingly enough, me throwing Talene in over Shakir has actually made a difference on my account. So let's try to do this again. Let's try to replicate what others have done. And I'm going to show you guys with my Talene. And again, it could just be because our Talene has that many additional stats over our Shakir, especially when it comes to the exclusive weapon. But let's see. Normally, we get to right about 39 to 40 billion damage right here with our Talene squad. However, we did recently upgrade our account just a little bit too. And now we have our Talene a little bit stronger. So let's see how this turns out against Snowstomper. You wouldn't think necessarily to use this hero, but we also have a new arcane spell artifact unlocked this week that is a huge boost to magic damage dealing teams. And guess what that hero does? Talene. She does more magic damage. You can get a ton of procs off on this thing. Let's see how this turns out. So you can see right here, we already got a new record because we powered up our account since last night when I was doing all these attempts, which is cool. That puts us in the top 4 still. And you can see the damage is pretty much equally split between the OD and the Lily May. So not too bad there. I definitely like the damage output, but let's see what our Paragon 2 can do now. So what we're going to do is swap you out. And I think what the play is, I want to swap the Talene, but I want to make sure you remember our support heroes now have this effect where it's granting attack boost for the one ally that starts behind it. I think that's better off still going on the OD, although I do want to try a couple different things. I definitely want to swap the Talene. That way, when she does get to use her ultimate skill when they're not silenced, she can just chain do it, doesn't have to worry about her health. She's not going to die over and over again, and it ends up being a pretty solid attempt usually. So let's see how this goes. Either that or maybe I should put Lily May behind. I don't know. All I know is we have 3 magic damage dealers because, again, Lily May does magic damage. And this is going up really quickly. We're already up to 33 billion. Got 30 seconds to go. This is looking a little promising to break the 40 billion mark, I think. 36. 37. Yeah, this is looking really healthy. As long as something doesn't crazy go happen in the last 10 seconds, we're up to 39. Oh no, we did fall off right at the end there this time. Feels bad, man. So if you take a look at the breakdown here, Lily May is the one that is absolutely rocking it. So positioning of heroes might be something we want to mess with, because remember, we also have our Mikola, but Mikola's bonus restores energy per second until the hero reaches full energy upon it feels cold, all those effects. I kind of want to do this instead. Like, what happens if we run this type of combo where we're boosting the attack of our Lily May? I feel like that might be the better option here, and also still swapping that Talene. I think in that combination might give us the results we want, but again, it really just comes down to a little bit of RNG on this fight too for our team. It would be nice for Shakir to be the better option, really, because it's nice to see Shakir still be useful, especially since you're going for that faction bonus and stuff. But Talene packs a punch. She can do a lot of damage here, and if we can add her in doing damage while also supporting the team, that could be good. The big plus for the Shakir and why you swap the OD normally is you want OD in melee range to get that lupine aura buff, which is buffing the attack and everything. So we're up to 38. This one feels a little better. 39. Are we going to get 40? We did get 40, and it was so close right there, actually. That was so much better having the buff go to the Lily May. You see right here, doing more damage than an OD. So I'm kind of intrigued to mess with this team even more. What happens if we completely drop the OD and instead we throw the Shakir back in the squad? What happens in this situation where we're still buffing the attack of the Lily May? We're still going all in on the energy magic damage artifact on this too. So let's see if we can get this going. I do like how Talene has this nice little crown above her head now. If you guys never noticed on the portraits, the normal, you can see Lily May's portrait down here. That's the normal Supreme Plus. It has a purple tip to it when it is Paragon 1, and then it is a gold crown at Paragon 2. I honestly can't foresee us ever getting a Paragon 4 Celestial Hypogen, because there's no way I'm going for 6 copies to go to Paragon 3. That's just completely nuts. So, but let's take a look and see how the end of this battle does happen for us. So we're up to 35, 15 seconds. It doesn't feel that great. Definitely feels like less damage in this situation. Definitely seems like less damage. So the only other thing I would want to try, because again, Shakir with Talene doesn't work out as well. I wonder, like, I mean, it's hard to pass up any other damage dealer besides an OD, because OD is just so freaking good. I almost wonder if there's a world where running Carolina is a thing where we, you know, lower the enemy's magic defense even further while also doing damage. I'm intrigued. I haven't tried using a Carolina in this. It could do something. I have done some attempts with Cassidy, and it did not end well. Cassidy's damage was much lower in that team setup. So let's just see what this looks like. Get to 30 billion as fast as possible here. Maybe those snowballs lowering the magic defense even more in combination with the artifact. I don't know, getting to 30 billion took to about the 35-second mark, which I think is really slow. Man, the only other heroes I could think of using here would maybe be like Merrily or something like that. But Odie's just so good in this situation. And honestly, I really like running the triple damage setup instead of the Shakir, but we have to see if we can actually break our record. So let's do one last attempt here. Doesn't look like that that debuffing was doing anything from the Carolina. Let's do one more, and then just in case, I have a couple left later in the day to test out. I mean, again, Odie is just good. I did try Alsa, but again, Alsa really pops off with her ultimate, and this is a boss that does not synergize well with that type of ability. There's really no one else I'd use. I don't even think Tassi can do damage. I haven't tried Tassi. You know what? We'll put her in for one attempt. I don't think she does damage in Dream Realm. But heck, you never know. Maybe her damage does add up over time. Let's just see what this looks like. That also gives us a better faction bonus than not running a Mauler or a Wilder. So let's see how this goes. We're up to 24. It feels a little slow compared to the Odie still. Okay, where are we going to get to 30 billion at? We're going to get to 30 right about now. So about the same time as we just did with the Carolina. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Tassi is going to be a boss damage dealer. At least in this type of boss, this is probably our worst attempt so far. We'll do one more. We'll finish with the OD one more time just to see if we can get a little bit better RNG on this. Yeah, I mean, that was not great damage. That was not great damage at all. Tassi doing less than even Shakir. So, yeah, it does seem like the way to go for me personally is going to be with the Odie still in the squad like this. Giving the increased attack buff to the Lily May. And then having the Mikla front line kind of tanking up there. Odie in the back just kind of doing Odie's thing. Doing some extra damage with the poison damage. Let's see how fast we get to the 30 billion mark. Up to 6, up to 7, 28, 29, and up to 30. Yeah, we're at the 50-second mark. This is like 10 to 15 seconds faster than any other team we've tested here today. So Odie does seem to go like the go-to. We're getting the same faction bonus too, because we're getting a 4 +2 Celestial Hypogen. This is close, but not quite enough. Yeah, maybe just going with the Shakir is better, but I just needed to try to make my Talene work because of today. But later today, we're going to see something even more fun happen. One thing I will say, I absolutely love Talene in talent trials right now, mainly because we also have the Dusklight Fusion, which is basically taking any enemy she hits, it's gonna cause this dark like cyclone where it just pulls them all in, increasing the amount of AoE damage she does, and it just constantly pops off, and you're constantly just pulling targets in, which is just really fun and really cool. So that is our Talene. We finally got her there. We basically got our 20th Paragon 1 hero with Antandra, and now we have a long way to go because to power up the heroes I want to, we need another 40 copies to get our OD up there. Holy cow, that's gonna take a while, but hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.